Hello guys, thank you for your love and support. For next few days I might not use this whiteboard and marker because some assignment or load that is given to me, that is some roster duty given to me by the department, but I will try to complete your course with pen and paper, so be with me. Thank you. The first question is asked in this figure 2.5. We have to design an inverting amplifier which should have a gain that is equal to -10 and input resistance of 100 kilo ohm. Okay, we know for an inverting amplifier what is the gain, that is minus R2 by R1, and for non-inverting amplifier it's 1 plus R2 by R1. So minus R2 by R1, the value is given -10. It means R2 by R1 equal to 10. That is one equation. And also given the input resistance is 100 kilo ohm. So for a inverting amplifier, what is the input resistance? That is nothing but R1, that is this resistor. Okay, so this value is given 100 kilo ohm. So from here we got the value of R1, and from this equation we can get the value of R2. Now the 2.5, the second question, that I already solved this question in this video. That is given, we have to implement a trans resistance amplifier, find the value of input resistance Ri, trans resistance Rm, and the output resistance R0. Okay, so you can check the video, you will get the answer. In 2.7, it is asked for a circuit that is given. This is figure. For this figure we have to determine the V1, I1, I2, V output, IL, I output also, and also we have to determine the voltage gain, that is V0 by V1, and the current gain, that is I load by I1, and the power gain, that is P0 by P input. Okay, so you can see from here, this is a non-inverting, this is an inverting amplifier. Okay, because the input is given to the non-inverting terminal. So here V2, that is grounded. So according to the virtual concept, what is our V1? That is also grounded. So V1, V2, V both are 0 voltage. So what is the current that is flowing? This is 1 volt minus 0 volt upon this 1K. So that is the current 1 milliampere. Okay, so as this is an ideal op-amp will not draw any current. So all the current that is coming from here, that current will flow through this and it will come to the output. Okay, to the load. So our I1 is nothing but I2. So our I1 and I2 both are equal, that is 1 milliampere. Now what is our V output? You start from here, this is V1 minus I2 R, this 10K, this value equal to V out. I will write a loop equation in this way. I will get my V output is nothing but V1 minus I2 R2. So V1 value, that is 0. This is the, because of virtual short concept, this is 0 voltage. I2 that we got 1.1 milliampere, and this is 10 kilo ohm given. So my V output is nothing but -10. Now we have to find the value of IL. So across this voltage V output, 1 kilo ohm is connected. So V out upon 1 kilo ohm, that will give me IL. So that is nothing but 10 milliampere. Now at this node, you see this is one current, that is I2 coming. This is I0, this is second current, and the one current that is leaving IL. So I0 plus I2, that is equal to IL. So that I wrote I2 plus I0 equal to IL. So I know this I2 value, I0 value. So I will get, sorry, I know this I2 and IL. This is IL, this is I0, I2. So my I0 is nothing but IL minus I2, that is nothing but -11 milliampere. Now the voltage gain. So V out upon V input. V out that I got -10. V input is given 1 volt. So -10 upon 1, that is equal to -10 volt per volt. That is 20 dB. Okay, because 20 log voltage gain, that is 20 dB. Because 20 log mod of AV, that is in volt per volt. So 20 log, this is base 10. Base 10, this is 10. So this value will give me 1. So what is this? Is nothing but 20 dB. Okay. Similarly, my current gain, that is I load upon I input. So I load that we got -10 from here, -10 milliampere, and I input that we got equal to 1 milliampere. So my current gain is nothing but -10 ampere. If I again put in this format, it is also same, 20 log AI in ampere per ampere. That is nothing but same as 20 dB. Now my power gain is nothing but output power upon input power. So output power can be written as output voltage into output current, that is load across the load, divided by input voltage, input current. So if I put, I will get 100 watt per watt. Okay, so 100 watt per watt means for power, how we wrote in dB, that is 10 log AP in watt per watt. So 10 log, this is 10 log base 10, this is 100. So this 100 this 100 can be written as 10 square. So 10 log base 10, 10 square. So this value 2 will come 2 over here and this will become 1. So 2 into 10 is nothing but 20 dB. Okay. In 2.7 it is asked we have to design a summer or a summing circuit. Okay, so in the summing circuit it is given our output should be V1 plus 5 V2, and it is given that two input resistance R1 and R2, one feedback resistor that is RF is connected. Similarly, if this is my positive terminal, this is negative terminal. So how to write this equation for this summing circuit? We know this is RF by R1 into V1 plus RF by R2 into V2. Okay, so you can cross verify, that is our output is it should be minus V1 plus 5 V2, but here what we are getting, RF by R1 plus V1 plus RF by R2 into V2. If I will compare, this is minus. So if I will compare, RF by R1 is nothing but my V1, that is 1. What is the coefficient over here? 1. This is V1, this is V1. RF by R2, that is nothing but 5. Okay, so this is the two equation that we got, RF by R1 and RF by R2. But in our question it is given the maximum voltage that should be 10 volt and the current in this RF, that is across the current, the feedback, that is IF, that should be maximum 1 milliampere. So what we know, this current IF is nothing but this 10 volt upon R, because this is 0 volt, this is 0 volt. So what is the current into resistance? That is the same as my output. So my V out is nothing but IF RF. Okay, so what will be my IF? So my IF is nothing but V output upon RF. That I put over here, V output upon RF. That is the minimum value, and that is this is the it is given that 10 volt is the maximum value. Then means this is the minimum current that is flowing. So it is given the resistor will not exceed 1 milliampere. Meaning this is the maximum current. Sorry, this is the maximum current. So this maximum current is nothing but 10 by RF, and the 10 is the maximum voltage. So from here I will get my RF value should be greater than equal to 10 kilo ohm. Means this value at minimum it should be 10 kilo ohm. Then only a 1 milliampere will current flow through this, and a maximum of 10 voltage that I will get. Okay. So now once you will get the value of RF equal to 10 kilo ohm, you put any of these two equations, you will get my value of R1 and R2. In 2.9 it is given that we have to use the superposition principle. We have to find, by using superposition principle, we have to find the value of V output. This is the circuit given. So what is the superposition principle? It is saying that when there are number of sources, that is 2 or more than 2, then we have to take one source at a time and we have to make 0 to other source, and we have to find the output for that first source. Similarly, we have to make the second source means available and make other sources to 0, then we have to find the output. And after finding all the output because of this different input, then we are going to add. So similarly, what I am going to do, first I am taking my V output, that is because of V1, means I am taking only V1, and I am short circuiting this V2, means it is 0 voltage, grounded, it is grounded, this is 0 voltage. So what will be my Vp? If I write, this is Vp, that is the positive potential at my positive terminal. Now my circuit, it will become, this is V1, this is a resistor of 2 kilo ohm, that is the 2 kilo ohm resistor is connected, and below which a 3 kilo ohm resistor is there, and this voltage is nothing but grounded. Now this is my Vp, this is my Vp. So it looks like a voltage divider. This is the supply voltage, this is the two resistor. So this across this resistor, my voltage is Vp, which is nothing but V1 into 3 kilo ohm upon 2 kilo ohm plus 3 kilo ohm, that I wrote. V1 into 3 kilo ohm upon 3 plus 2 kilo ohm. Since kilo ohm all are there, I have cancelled this kilo ohm. So what I will get, my Vp is nothing but 0.6 V1, that is because of V1. And now because of virtual short, Vp equal to Vn, so this voltage is also 0.6 V1. Okay, so if I write now this circuit looks like a voltage over here, a resistor R1, a RF. So what will be the output for our non-inverting terminal? Because this is the non-inverting terminal, voltage is given to the positive terminal. Okay, so this is the non-inverting terminal. Because of virtual short, that voltage occurred here. So for non-inverting terminal, my output is nothing but 1 plus RF by R1 into Vp. So I put all the value of RF, R1, Vp. I will get my V output is equal to 6 V1. Okay, now we are going to find the output voltage because of V2. Now we are going to short circuit the V1, means it is 0 voltage. So the circuit, it will become like at 2 kilo ohm across a 0 volt is given, a 3 kilo ohm across a V2 is given. Now we have to find the value of Vp. This is Vp. So this Vp is nothing but this supply voltage multiplied by this resistance divided by sum of this resistance. So what will be our V output, that is because of V2, which is nothing but 1 plus Rf by R1 into Vp. Okay, same that for a non-inverting amplifier 1 plus Rf by R1. So that is, we have put all the values in place of Vp. I have written 2 by 2 plus 3 into V2, which is nothing but 4V2. So because of V1 I got 6V1, because of V output because of V1, that is 6V1, and V output because of V2, that is equal to 4V2. So I have to combine this output. V output is nothing but 6V1 plus 4V2. Okay. In the next question it is given that the 1 kilo ohm that is connected in the previous question to the ground, now this is removed from the ground, now it is connected to a voltage source of V3, and we have to use the superposition theorem again. Then what we are going to do? We have already found that V output because of V1, that is equal to 6V1, and V output because of V2, that is nothing but 4V2. Now only for V3 I have to find. So now the circuit looks like this is negative, this is positive. If I will remove this one, it looks like a inverting amplifier with a input, with a feedback, with a R1, that is nothing but minus Rf by R1 into V3, the input voltage. Okay, so because of V3 my voltage is nothing but 9V3. My output is nothing but minus 9V3. So because of V1, V2, V3, what will be my output is nothing but 6V1 plus 4V2 plus minus 9V3. Okay. The 11th one, it is given we have to design a non-inverting amplifier with a gain of 2 at a maximum output voltage of 10 volt. The current in the voltage divider is to be 10 microampere. So if you divide this is a non-inverting amplifier because the input is given to the positive terminal, and it is given the output maximum voltage, that is nothing but 10 volt, and the current in the voltage divider, this is the two path, so this is the current divider, and in this circuit across the current divider the current is given 10 microampere. We have to design a non-inverting. So we know our output upon input voltage, which is nothing but my gain of this non-inverting amplifier, which is nothing but 1 plus R2 by R1. 1 plus R2 by R1 is given 2. So what is our R2 by R1? That is nothing but 1. So it means my R1 equal to R2. And in the second part it is given my current in this feedback, that is the voltage divider path, that is given 10 microampere. So what is the current? The current here is nothing but this voltage divided by sum of this resistance, because op-amp will not draw any current. So whatever the current that is flowing, that current will flow to the ground. It means it looks like this is the starting path, this is the starting ground, from ground to positive voltage V0, then through this resistor to this R1 to the ground, means it looks like so. You see, this looks like a negative positive voltage. This is the V output, which is nothing but V output, and from positive to a R2 is connected, and from R2 a R1 is connected, because here even the path is there but it will not draw any current, means it is the only path, and from R2 it is connected to the ground, means to negative potential. Okay, so it looks like a two resistor connected in series. So what will be the current? The current is nothing but voltage upon two resistor. So that is the current, voltage upon two resistor, which is given is 10 microampere. From here I got R1 plus R2 is nothing but 1 mega ohm, and from the first equation I got R1 equal to R2. So if I compare both equations, what I will get? R1 and R2 value, both are nothing but 0.5 mega ohm. Okay. (2.13) that I have already solved in the video. You can check the lecture number 7. I also mentioned the minute at which the video is there, the answer is there. So for the 2.15 it is given we have to consider a differential amplifier, and for R1 and R3 that is 2 kilo ohm. This is the circuit diagram that is given in figure 2.16. In book this is the figure that is given, and R1 and R3 both are 2 kilo ohm. R2 and R4 both are 200 kilo ohm. Okay, so the first part is asked find the value of differential gain AD. Okay, in a differential amplifier we know if my R4 by R3, which is equal to R2 by R1, if this ratio occurred, then what will be our AD? Our AD, which is nothing but V out upon VID. Okay, which is nothing but R2 by R1. We have already discussed in differential amplifier that our differential gain, which is nothing but V out upon the difference between two input, which is same as R2 by R1, and this condition will occur only when this condition, this characteristic is satisfied. If R4 by R3 is equal to R2 by R1, you can cross check. R4 200 upon 2 kilo ohm is same as 200 R2 by R1 which is 2 kilo ohm, means this condition satisfied. It means my R2 by R1 which is equal to 100 volt per volt. This is my AD. The second part is asked we have to find the value of differential input resistance RID and the output resistance R output. We know for a differential amplifier what is the input resistance, differential input resistance, which is nothing but 2R1. You can check from the theory part of this differential amplifier that I mentioned there. So 2R1 is the input resistance. So since R1 equal to 2 kilo ohm, 2R1 means 4 kilo ohm. And we know for a op-amp our output resistor is always 0 because my output voltage is independent of this output resistor. So this is R0 value is 0 because always there will be no open circuit, always it will be a short circuit path. My R output which is nothing but 0 ohm. 0 ohm means it is short circuit. Okay, short circuit means maximum current will flow. And when if our resistance value is infinite means if our resistor is infinite, it means it is open circuit, and open circuit means my current is 0. When our resistor is 0, it means short circuit, and short circuit means there is a maximum current will flow. Okay, so based on that concept my R output is equal to 0 ohm. For op-amp we know our output resistance is 0 ohm. Now the third part is asked if the resistor have 1% tolerance and each can be within 1% plus minus 1% of its nominal value. So find the worst case current gain. Okay, for the current gain, that is for common mode. We know for the common mode current gain which is nothing but V out upon the common mode input, and this is the expression that we got. That is because of this common mode signal our output is nothing but R4 by R4 plus R3 into 1 minus R2 into R3 upon R1 R4. This is a derivation that we got in from the video. You can see from the lecture notes or from the lecture video. So if I'll write this in a way, that is if I'll multiply this R4 to both, it will become R4 minus this R4 will cancel out, it will remain R2 by R1 into R3, and the denominator is R4 by R3. Now I am taking R3 as common. So since I am taking R3 common, it will become R4 by R3, and here R3 already taken common, so R2 by R1, and from the denominator R4 by R3 and plus R1, and here one R3 is common, and here also one R3 is taken common. So this R3 cancel out. Okay, now this is our V output upon VICM, but it is given the nominal values is nothing but plus minus 1%. So my R4 by R3, that ratio, that will also be a fraction of nominal minimum value to nominal maximum value. So this is the R4 by R3, that is the R1 minus 0%, 0.01 means it is 1% of 1. Okay, so 1 minus 0.01 upon 1 plus 0.01. This is the nominal minimum value, this is the nominal maximum value for R3. Now at this side, this is the nominal maximum value, this is the nominal minimum value, because if this is minimum, this is maximum, then only this value will become minimum, and the R4 by R3, the minimum value is this one. And what will be the maximum value of R4 by R3? This is the maximum value, 1 plus 0.01 means maximum percentage taken, and this is the minimum percentage taken, and maximum upon minimum will give me maximum value, because we know this is R4 by R3. If this is 2, this is 5, then this value is 2 by 5, that is 0.4, and this 2 is minimum, 5 is maximum. Similarly here this is the minimum value, this is maximum value, and at this side this is 5, this is 2, so this ratio is 2.5. So this is the maximum value, 2.5. For how it is becoming maximum? Because the numerator is maximum, the denominator is minimum. That is the same, maximum and minimum. Okay. So in the question it is given R3 nominal value is 2 kilo ohm, R4 nominal value is 200 kilo ohm. So if I'll put what? That 2 kilo ohm into 1 minus 0.01 upon 200 kilo ohm, whatever is the value. This is 200 kilo ohm, this is 2 kilo ohm into 1 plus 0.01. Here also 200 kilo ohm, 2 kilo ohm, and here the nominal values. So what I will get? My R4 by R3, which is nothing but this 200 into 1 minus 0.01, which is nothing but 0.09. Similarly 1 plus 0.01. So I will get my R4 by R3 value as 9.02 and 102.02. Similarly, if I like in this R4 by R3, if I will find the value of R2 by R1, because we have to find all these values, then only we can find our V output upon VICM. So R2 by R1. Similarly for R2 by R1, we will put R2 upon R1 into 1 minus 0.01 upon 1 plus 0.01. Then R2 upon R1, 1 plus 0.01 upon 1 minus 0.01. So I will get my R2 by R1 9.08, same 102. Because whatever with the value of R3, that the same value is for R1. That's why this LHS and RHS both are coming same. So we have to find this ratio. Means first we are going to find the numerator part. So R4 by R3 minus R2 by R1. So this R4 by R3 minus R2 by R1, which is nothing but this value means this value minus or minus this value, then I will get minus 4 at this side. And at this output side, you see, this is the R2 by R1. If I will take minus R2 by R1, then it will reverse. So it will reverse means this value minus, here it will become 102.02, here it will become 98.04, 98.02. Okay, this is the value. So if I will subtract this from this, so it will subtract it, so it will subtract, it will give me a value minus 4, and at the left hand side I will get a positive 4, plus 4. Okay, so my R4 by R3 upon R2 by R1, if I will take the mod, since both are plus 4 and minus 4, the mod is nothing but it will become 4. So my ACM, that is common mode gain, that is V out upon VICM, which will be the worst case. What will be the worst case? We have to take the minimum values, then only this is the worst case minimum value. So the minimum value, which is nothing but R4 by R3 minus R2 by R1 divided by 1 plus R4 by R3. This R4 by R3 value that we found from here, which is nothing but 98.02 minimum value, and this value we found what is nothing but 4. Okay, so if I will put 4 upon 98 plus 1, it is means 99, that is nearly equal to 100. So 4 upon 100, that is almost equal to 0.04. Okay, and what will this is the common mode differential gain. This is for the common mode differential gain, whose value is found 0.01. What is our AD for a differential circuit? What is our AD? Our AD is nothing but R2 by R1. And what we found, the minimum and maximum value of R2 by R1, which is nothing but 98.02. Okay, and this is the maximum value. And then we have to question is that what is the CMRR? CMRR is nothing but 20 log AD upon ACM, and the AD value that we found 102. This is the maximum value 102.02, and this is the ACM, that is the common mode signal gain 0.04. We put value, we found 2505, and in dB we converted it into 68.